You ever get the feeling that everything in America is completely fucked up?
Two local men confronted authorities with a rather bizarre story and of being taken aboard by three unearthly creatures. One of the men suffered a nervous breakdown and is still under treatment.
I got bum rushed by a female Bigfoot. She dragged me into the woods and started carrying me sort of like a sack of potatoes.
Questions after more unidentified objects are discovered over U.S. and Canadian airspace.
Are aliens out there, and have they ever made contact with us?
It's that time again. You're about to receive your daily dose of audio vomit. We are going to talk about the things that go bump in the night and the things that you might see in the sky. We will even talk about Bigfoot and other stupid bullshit that will make your day fucking awesome. So grab your favorite drink, kick back, and turn up the volume. It's time for the Rick Itzari Show with your host, Rick Itzari.
Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Rick Itzari Show. This is your host and my co-host Green Man. He's in the room tonight already. We were going to record the other night, but here in Asheville, it's storms going on. Just made the internet flicker and threw us offline and everything like that. So let me adjust my camera here just a bit. But anyway, welcome, Green Man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining me again, man. Like I said, sorry about the other night. You know, it happens with storms. Storms have been going crazy around here.
Well,
Can't fight it.
No.
This is it. We're live from the Bigfoot cave. I was going to broadcast from Pucky's basement bar that's built in here in my downstairs man cave, but it's just not happening right now. We're testing out a few things, but probably the next show we're going to probably start recording from the basement bar, Pucky's basement bar. So how's things going, man?
Oh, all right. Same. How about you?
Same, just dealing with this. I've actually had 2 days off of work.
Nice.
And I was trying to get some things going today, and went out and about, went shopping, had to go shopping with the torture of whatever these businesses you have to go to. I can't say them. I don't think I can say them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate shopping. I had to go out myself.
Hey, Green Man, you know what?
Yes.
You know, you can listen to the show on Spotify and iHeartRadio.
Amazing.
As you can see,
amazing.
Oh, yes. And also, if you like to be a guest on the show or even have your email read about an encounter or some kind of paranormal experience that you may have with like Bigfoot, Chupacabra, your grossly mother-in-law, anything, you can email me at therickatsarishow@gmail.com. You can see the email at the very bottom. You can just see that. And things have been going pretty good, though. You know, ratings has been going up a little bit. Not so much on the YouTube, but on the Spotify and iHeartRadio, the ratings have been pretty good, man. You know, I can
their algorithm.
Yeah. You know, we also have a Facebook page and also Instagram, The Rick Itzari Show. You can also catch us on the YouTube channel. We always make an audio and a video version. So all that stuff is good. Is good to get that out of the way first. So it's finally happening. I've been putting it off, but tonight is Letters to Rick. You ready, Green Man?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, I know you've been kind of waiting for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you've
I
been
love
really
letters.
excited. Yeah,
You
yeah.
get some good ones.
The first letter is from Brian Dooner. Yeah, Brian Dooner. That's what it is. You had a chance to review this letter, this email.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And I'm going to play it for you guys real quick right here. And here it is, Brian Dooner's email, letter number 1.
The Rick Itzari Show, Rick and Green Man. I wouldn't be reaching out if it weren't for something deeply unsettling that's been happening in my home over the past few weeks. I don't know how else to describe it, but I believe there may be some kind of paranormal activity occurring here at my home. It started subtly, lights flickering, cold spots in warm rooms, and the distinct feeling of being watched, even when I was completely alone. But things have escalated. I've heard footsteps late at night when everyone was asleep. Objects have been moved or knocked over without explanation. Just a few nights ago, I woke up around 3:15 a.m. to what sounded like whispering coming from the hallway outside my bedroom. When I opened the door, no one was there, but the air was thick, like static. I could feel something watching me. One of the most disturbing moments happened yesterday. I found a series of deep scratches on the wall near the staircase, high up, far above where any person or animal could have reached without assistance. No one in the house can explain how they got there. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I can't ignore what's happening. If you have any knowledge or contacts experienced in paranormal investigation, I'd greatly appreciate any help or guidance you can offer. I'm really not trying to be dramatic. I'm genuinely frightened, and I don't know what's going on. I'm worried for my safety. With everything going on at night, I have a very hard time sleeping. When I do get to sleep, I am woken up to noises and heavy stomping, or I think it is stomping through my house. To top it off, I also hear light voices that seem to echo through the hallway. Please let me know if you've heard of anything like this, or if you know someone who might be able to help. Thank you for listening to me. Best regards, Brian Dooner.
All right. Okay. When I first listened to this email, or I started reading it and stuff like that, I was kind of like, whoa, okay, you need to call a local paranormal investigator.
Well, I don't know. From the sounds of it, I don't know if he needs an investigator or a demonologist.
Oh, that could be because the scratching near the staircase.
Yeah, I don't think he said in there, but how many scratches are there? Because that's
He didn't say.
yeah, because especially because he said 3:17 or something like that.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. It's like that's what witching hours, like 3 in the morning, right?
That's supposed to be the demonic hour, mocks the Trinity, and yeah. Was some of the shit? Yeah. Wasn't my questions is how many scratches were there? If there was 3. That would lead more along the lines of because supposedly demons mark more in 3s for the same reason. So, but either way, it doesn't sound good.
Also, the echoes in the hallway. He said, "Now that would kind of like, can you picture that? Just like in your hallway area where the staircase is."
Yeah.
With whispering and that's the only thing I think of is like a Halloween thing.
Yeah, that'll definitely freak you the shit out. But was it like I gotta get more information. It's like, are they any voices that he recognized or just?
I sent him an email back, and I have not got a response back from him yet or anything like that. But also the stomping that he thought he heard was stomping. It was like, I didn't put the full detail in it, but he said it wasn't really like stomping. It was kind of like a heavy walking like walking heavy, more like a boot, like
like
through
a
there.
big guy walking.
Yeah, like a big guy walking with a boot on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like stomping on the floor completely. So I kind of left that detail out, but I was just trying to save room, trying to make it what it is. But I did need to add that in there. That you're right, Brian. If you do get to hear the show again, I would call your local investigator, and maybe they could hook you up, explain the story, hook you up with a demonologist, maybe a priest or something like that.
Yeah, so dude, it wouldn't, it probably wouldn't hurt. Well, I don't know. It may piss them off. You bring one or the other in. You could bring somebody in. They could do like a saging or something.
Oh yeah.
Might try that, or local pastor or priest or something to come in. Some prayers and sprinkle some holy water around. But if it's a demon, that'll definitely piss it off.
Yes.
And you'll at least to be able to narrow down your categories as what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I would start off first with like your
saging.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. But also a paranormal investigator. They can do all that stuff too. Your local stuff. But you have, I mean, in each town, there's always local investigators, but you got to really dig and do your research. Some of them are just kind of, hey, we got some stuff off Amazon. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And then there's actually some real investigators that have experience. Get the ones that have lots of experience, kind of got like a ghost resume in a way.
Yeah, and I would recommend like somebody, if you can find one with a medium.
Yes, that's a good idea. A psychic medium or something like that.
They'll be able to pick up on the demonic shit too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'll help kind of narrow it down and help steer you in the next direction. But yeah, hell yeah, keep us informed.
All right, for the next letter is Allie Henderson. Now, Allie's case, this is a UFO case here, and what she talked about in the letter, I needed more information. So she did give me a contact information, a phone call, to give her a call, and I'm glad I did because I checked up on her. She was shaken up, man. Green Man, I was kind of nervous actually talking to her. I didn't really know what to say without offending her, and to make it to where it's like I'm serious about this. I'm not here to make fun of you or anything like that. I wanted to hear her story. I wanted to hear her facts, that what happened. So I'm going to play the letter, and then we'll play the phone call after that. I did record the phone call. So here's Allie Henderson's letter about her UFO case.
I don't know who else to turn to. I'm still shaking as I write this, and I don't care if you believe me. I just need to get this out. Last night at exactly 2:17 a.m., I was awakened by a high-pitched humming sound, steady, unnatural, vibrating through the walls like it was inside my bones. I looked out the window, and there it was. Hovering silently above the tree line was an enormous black triangular craft. No markings, no lights, no sound anymore. Just hovering. Time seemed to slow. My phone froze. The lights in the house dimmed and then pulsed like a heartbeat. Then came the light. A pale beam, white, blue, and alive somehow, like it was scanning or searching. It moved methodically, sweeping over my yard, and then me. I couldn't move. I couldn't even think. And then they appeared, silhouettes in the light, tall, thin, not human, not exactly. I saw them, not with my eyes, but inside my head, like they were looking through me, feeling my memories, pulling something out of me. I still don't know what. Then just as suddenly, it was gone. The craft, the light, the silence. Everything returned to normal. But I'm not normal. Not anymore. There's a mark on my arm, a small geometric burn that wasn't there before. I know how this sounds. I wouldn't believe me either, but I swear to you, something happened, and I don't think it's over. I have sent this same email to different radio shows to get my story out. I will take all the information and help that I can. If I disappear, please show this to someone, anyone. They are real, and they know I know. One frightened listener, Allie Henderson.
Okay. That was Allie Henderson's email that she sent to me. And I was able to get a hold of her like 2 days later. And for that, right now, Green Man, let's take a quick break. And as soon as we come back, we have the second half of Letters to Rick and Green Man. And we'll have the phone call from Allie Henderson. And also, I follow up from last week's show about ghost lights and some pictures I have to show you. What do you think about that, Green Man?
Sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Sounds like
all right, man. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
The world can get you down and depressed. You could start hating yourself and everyone around you, especially your wife, kids, and other loved ones. But you had to go off to college and make something of your life. You went and joined the corporate world, and now you're a dull, boring asshole. You work your nuts to the bone every day. And after all that, you're still broke. Your wife divorces you, and now you live in a studio apartment. You're now broker than you were before, and you cannot afford internet, so you have to use a Ouija board to Google something. If you would have listened to your father those many years ago, this shit could have happened to you, player. Look at this stud. He is day drinking, high on God knows what, and jacked up on gas station boner pills. Oh yeah, look at all that scattered ass. That's what confidence looks like when you're a part-time bartender in Asheville and living alone and not giving. Well, you get the idea. So what did you learn today? That's right, screw it all and live your best life. And never look back unless there is a cop behind you pulling you over for running hose from Tijuana. And if that happens, just floor it, stud.
Just floor it, stud.
Oh man.
Hey, when you're a podcaster, man, you just think of different odd shit to say, man.
No.
You know?
No, it happens.
It happens, man. You had to change it up a bit, you know?
Honestly, it kind of made me think of Zappa album. Have you ever heard of Joe's Garage?
Joe's Garage, yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah, there's that one part, towards the end when he's talking about, already been to jail, and there's this voice of this little old lady. He used to be such a good, nice boy. He used to mow my yard.
Yeah, it kind of does. So that's what happens when you work part-time as a bartender in Asheville. You get to party like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So part 2 of this, Letters to Rick and Green Man, we're about to play the other one. The phone call, the actual phone call, I called Allie Henderson. And this is it right here. We're going to play that for you right here live and from the Bigfoot Cave on the Rick and Sorry Show. Hey, is this Allie?
Yes.
Allie, I got your email. Thank you for listening to the Rick and Sorry Show. Thank you for sending in your email. So you've really caught us off guard with this email, and I don't know what to really think about it. It's really got me. So talk to me more about it. What's going on? How did this happen? When did this happen?
It happened just the other night. I was laying in bed, and the whole house started pulsating. It was like a vibe that I cannot explain, but I could feel it in my bones.
About what time did you say it was that this happened? In the morning time or at the nighttime?
Nighttime.
Okay. Around about what time? Like 2, 3, 4 in the morning? What?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I'm
Around
not sure because all the electronics in the house started pulsating.
Okay. Now, did you like just jump up and run outside, or did you just go to the window at first?
I just went to the window and I saw this triangular craft. It had no lights, no markings, no nothing on it, but it was hovering outside of my house.
For how long did your lights and everything just like flicker and like pulse and everything? Was it through the whole encounter?
Yes.
Holy crap! Were you pissing your pants, or were you scared at the time?
Yeah. I didn't know how to feel. I couldn't feel. I couldn't move. I couldn't think. It was the strangest phenomenon.
All right. Now it says in your email though, you saw a light come down from this.
Yes. It was like a bluish white light. Like it was scanning. Like it was trying to scan my yard.
Did you see anybody come out of the ship, or did the ship actually land or anything like that?
No, I didn't. It didn't land, and I didn't see anything. But in my mind, I could see beings, and they were really tall and slender, and they looked sort of human, but not human.
Holy shit. All right. Could you tell any facial features or anything in your mind how they looked?
No.
None. Okay. So, how long was it in the yard? How long was it like hovering? Put it that way.
I could not give you a definite time. I really could not give you a definite time because I was so overwhelmed.
Okay. Now, also in your email, you said there's a mark on your arm. Tell us about that.
It looks like a burn, and it's like a geometrical shape.
Like a triangle in a circle or anything like that?
Triangle, and it wasn't there before.
Okay. Have you been to the doctor or anything for this, or?
No. I'm too scared to go to the doctor.
Holy crap. I don't even know what to say. Now, you said have you got any other response back from other people that you sent this email out to?
No.
And I'm the first one to contact you. Well, at least I'm out, able to talk to you about this. I was really worried that you probably wouldn't answer back or even talk to me about this, because this is a podcast and it is going out, to listeners.
Right.
Allie,
but people need to know that they are real.
Allie, my gosh, I don't even know what to say. You got to keep us updated, Allie.
I will.
Thank you so much for sending us an email, and thank you for taking my phone call.
Well, thank you for calling me and checking up on me.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Greenman, that was their phone call like that. Now, in her voice actually sound legit.
Yeah,
it sounds legit. Yeah. And also that goes on, what really the concern of this is the marking on her arm. She said it was like a burn, like a triangle.
Yeah.
And that anybody that's like scared to actually go to the doctor for, even to urgent care or something like that, this is some legit shit right here, man. And it was talking about scanning her yard and that she had some type of telepathy of
putting their image in her head. Yeah.
Have you heard of anything like this before? Of course, I've heard of the markings, but
I have, to where it's like people, it's like they're almost showing them a video, but it's all in their head. Sometimes they're, usually they're like kind of like hear a lot of doomsday. Sometimes they're doomsday warnings of don't do this, or kind of trying to maybe explain where they're from or what they're doing here.
It's more like a prophecy kind of thing that you would think of.
Yeah, usually when you hear it, but it may just be a way of maybe it's their it's a way for them to, okay, well, they kind of expect us. She's seen, humans have seen this on their television. Maybe if we, put that image of us in their head before they really see us, maybe they won't completely snap and wig out, or
Right.
mentally be able to
That makes
cope with
sense.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That makes sense. Now, what about the scanning? Like, you think? I wonder what it was looking for, like in the yard area.
Who knows?
I should have asked her how big her yard was.
Yeah, and it's not. I can imagine if they wanted to find resources or something, they wouldn't be digging in somebody's backyard. Not necessarily. They'd have more locations to choose from.
Yeah.
But
she must have had a bigger field, like front yard area.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just thinking, small confined yards. Maybe it was a nice field or something, but they were just looking for something to study. Maybe it was a big field. Maybe they were just looking for, hey, different wildlife, rabbits, squirrels, or groundhogs or something.
Maybe. I mean, maybe she had like a pasture.
She just poked her head out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, bing.
There you go. Yeah. So they're like, oh, we gotta cover up what we were doing, and here's these images, and hey, by the way, have a burn.
Yeah, we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Yeah.
No pun intended with the arm marking.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to. I don't know what to say. It's like you don't want to. I don't want to scare the hell out of Allie. But you
kind of want to get the truth out.
What do you say? Honestly, what do you say? Well, most of the time, if they've come and they've seen you once, odds are they'll be back.
Yeah.
I do. I know it's like the first thing. With the mark, I would. She doesn't like going to the doctor. I am the exact same way. Unless I am rolling in pain, I do not go to the fucking doctor.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, this doctor.
Certain things, certain things I know. Okay, I'm going.
Right. Like,
and and just a quick doctor visit and an X-ray is fucking easy. Just have a look at it, take an X-ray, see if there's anything in there. Did they leave anything in there?
Or in her, or
that's exactly what I'm talking about. In her arm, did they leave anything in there?
Yeah.
Because that's not unheard of either. See that?
Yeah, there was a doctor, I believe, that specialized in
taking those things out.
Taking the little micro chips or micro things that have attached inside of people that they claim that. But and you go into a doctor's office these days and be like, listen, I got this from, what do I say? The truth, or be like, it's just genuine scare. I mean, this doctor will be like, okay, you're bullshit. Get it. Take her blood pressure, give her a $500 bill, and get the hell out of here. Some doctor might actually take her seriously.
Yeah. You never know. Just say, hey, it's like she doesn't want to, divulge all the information. Hey, I don't know how I did this one night. I must have scratched it in my sleep or something, but
can you just check it out?
Hey, hey, it itches. Can make sure I didn't, run it up against the bedpost and get a splinter in my arm or something like that,
Yeah, but wouldn't you ask questions and be like, why is it like symmetrically, geometrically, correct? How's a triangle splinter? I would start asking questions.
Yeah, well, my response, you're the doctor, tell me.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
For answers, not the other way around.
That's a good one. Hey, so we were talking about before the commercial break. I was talking about our last episode that we had. We talked about ghost lights, the Marfa lights and the Brown Mountain lights. And as you know, Greenman, I live here in North Carolina where the Brown Mountain lights are, and it's about like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes away from me. So, and before that, before I moved up to Asheville or moved over to Asheville, I lived in Morganton, North Carolina, which is the Brown Mountain Lights are super close to that town. And so I drove down there. I went to the Brown Mountain Lights and I got some pictures. And so I'll show that real quick. This is the sign that's right there at the Brown Mountain. View the Brown Mountain. That's
pretty.
Yeah. As you can see right back there is where they see the lights, but I got some other pictures right here. That's the valley when I was telling you about, and it's not just that valley, it's the one underneath it right here that's behind that second ridge line. That first one that you see close by right here, that's one. There's two. There's like 3 valleys or more in there that goes deep. And this is thick foliage right here. This is summertime thick foliage right here. I got another picture to show you here. Right through there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is deep, dark stuff. It would take a bushman a week or two to get way out there to even get to that. So that goes to ask, what is out there? What can be out there that can cause those lights? So that gives you more of a visual of where the Brown Mountain Lights are and what, and what's out there. So somebody going out there with a light, shining a huge spotlight, that's out of the question. Minerals where the ground touches each other and everything like that, maybe. So that's just a visual, give you a visual of what the Brown Mountain Lights look at. And here I go through them again right there. It's the ridge line, and here's the sign, the lookout part where you can go up there. They got picnic benches up there. They got places where you can park and just sit, and you can set up and just film and just wait or just hang out or do whatever you want to. Oh, well, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, that's the Brown Mountain Lights lookout area close outside of Morganton off of Highway 181 right there.
Yeah, it must be dark as hell at night.
Oh yeah, it is dark as hell at night. And also I've been up there at night for everything, and the car lights are just out of the question. That now the car lights come from the road itself, but the road is actually behind you, and that you can't see a light coming up through the valley or anything. It's behind you. It's coming from another curve.
Yeah,
it's just something I need to go up there and get some more videos so I can play on there like that. So that's just a little visual from our last show where we were talking about ghost lights and also Marfa lights and the Brown Mountain Lights. We have one more. No, we have 2 more letters. Yeah, we have 2 more letters. Next one is from Deborah, but she goes by Dee Dee or Deb. I thought it was pretty cool, but this one is actually kind of different because she actually lives in Roswell, New Mexico. So that's all kinds of speculation there. So I'm going to play this letter by Dee Dee, and we'll talk about it here.
Hey, Rick, I am really hoping my email gets picked to be on your podcast. I am writing to report an unusual and unexplained sighting that occurred on the night of June 23rd, 2025. I'm not sure the exact time,
that was just
but I think
recently
it was
too,
around 7:30ish,
June 25th,
just outside of my home in Roswell, New Mexico. I know what you are now thinking, another UFO nut from Roswell. Yes, it is true that my town has a lot of UFO lore based here. I love my area, and there is no other place like it. While I was outside enjoying the quiet evening, I noticed a strange light in the sky that did not resemble any aircraft I'm familiar with. It started as a soft white glow, low over horizon, then began to move in erratic patterns, darting side to side, stopping suddenly, and even hovering completely still for moments at a time. At one point, multiple lights appeared, each shifting from white to yellow, sometimes pulsating as if responding to each other. What struck me most was the silence. There was no engine noise, no rotor sounds, nothing to suggest a helicopter or drone. The The lights appeared to be intelligent in movement, and they maneuvered in ways that defy the capabilities of conventional aircraft. I watched in awe for about 10 minutes until the lights faded or vanished entirely. I have no explanation for what I saw. I wasn't alone either. There were others nearby who witnessed the same event, and we all agreed it was unlike anything we'd ever seen. I am not claiming to know exactly what it was, only that it was unidentified, airborne, and genuinely mysterious. I am sharing this account in the hope that it adds to the body of evidence regarding similar unexplained aerial phenomena. Please feel free to contact me if further details are needed. Sincerely, a fan of your podcast, Deborah.
Okay. First of all, when I started reading this, and she said she's from Roswell, so I'm like, okay, you know. And then she goes on to say, "I know what you're thinking. Another nut from Roswell, that sees something in the sky." But she actually lives outside of Roswell, several miles outside of Roswell. She has neighbors, and they were all outside. One was doing yard work, and the other one was just, they all saw the same phenomenon at the same time. And they were kind of intelligent light moving side to side, zigzagging, and then just fading away. Now she says she sees all kinds of aircraft, just from Alamogordo. I'm guessing close to Alamogordo base there in New Mexico. And then there's also one up close to oh gosh, I think it's Santa Fe. No, it's not Santa Fe. Is it Albuquerque or something like that? There's another base up there, another Air Force base or something. I can't remember if it's Santa Fe or is it Albuquerque.
I can't remember, but Area 51 is about 600 and something miles away, 660 miles, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's in Nevada, though. I mean,
well,
I mean,
still,
you never know.
I mean, dude, I mean, you got unexplained stuff that's moving fast. 600 miles.
No, that's true.
Really isn't all that big of a stretch. I mean,
yeah, but you gotta remember, Alamogordo,
legs.
Alamogordo testing facility, the White Sands missile range is out there. Plus, was Holloman Air Force Base right there in Alamogordo, and it's God, I just had to just trying to think that Air Force Base in Albuquerque out there. I can't remember.
Let me see. I'll look it up here real quick.
Not Luke. Gosh, oh gee, I can't think of the name. I can't. I would know. The Air Force, Kirtland Air Force Base. That's right. But I mean, right there in Roswell, though, you got to remember they used to back in the 40s. That's where the Enola Gay was, at, and they did atomic bomb testing.
509, I think it was.
Yeah, and then Alamogordo is a missile testing range, and plus, before they introduced the stealth fighters, they were housed. All of them were housed right there in Alamogordo before they shipped them out to Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, and also the Air Force Base in Spokane, I believe it is, in that area. But they, my actually oldest brother was stationed in Alamogordo. That's where he did a lot of his station of that. He worked in the laboratories there in Alamogordo, and they had a strict curfew, and that you couldn't be out in certain parts of the base at certain parts of the night until they introduced the stealth fighters or bombers and out there, because they were flying them at night, testing them before they showed them off and everything. So that was pretty cool to actually hear about that.
That's cool.
But I mean, Roswell, I mean, you got the whole town is full of lore, UFO lores and everything.
I have heard that they've been getting more sightings lately too.
Yes, yeah. I think we talked about that too on the last podcast. A lot of people was getting, and this was just recently too. It was just here in June. that Dee Dee saw this. So that's interesting. Man, I don't even know a phone call to MUFON would even work on this one because they'd be like, "Oh, you're from Roswell, okay."
Yeah, well,
But you never know. MUFON will listen to anybody, so
well, yeah, but
and then they'll judge and
it's MUFON.
figure it out. Yeah, it's MUFON for you.
MUFON, you know.
I wouldn't. I want to get someone from MUFON. I actually had a business card. What I do with it right here? I actually have a business card from MUFON, from a guest and MUFON business card. So I was going to call him up, email him, and see if I can get a guest to talk to us on about it, about some different things like that. So I think that would be pretty cool for a future show.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. We got one more letter. Michael Ferguson. Now this is not UFO or well, it is. I guess it is a kind of a paranormal cryptic thing, but it's a Bigfoot letter. So and Bigfoot is my favorite cryptic. What's yours?
Oh, I would probably have to say Bigfoot as well. You know, I have a soft spot for a few others, but
yeah, Mothman is my second one, definitely.
Well, me too would have to be probably Chupacabra.
Oh yeah, you know, that's a good the goat sucker. Yeah,
you know, with I don't know, maybe like Wendigo coming up.
Oh yeah, the Wendigo would definitely be number 3.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You know, it's like Nessie. I was a big Nessie fan when I was a kid, but
oh yeah, that's kind of not really played out for. I mean, there is believers in the Loch Ness monster. There is some strong believers.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not. I'm not dumping all over Nessie right off.
Yeah,
the bat. You know, it's just she's she's not on the All-Star team anymore.
I would love to though. Go to Lake Loch Ness and actually see what's around it and hear you get some interviews or something. That would be an awesome show too.
That would be a great trip. Yeah, beautiful around there.
I've never been to that area. I have been to Scotland before, but I've never been to that area of Lake Loch Ness, so I'm pretty sure it's a real nice. All right, so Michael Ferguson's letter is next, and let's play that.
The Rick It's Sorry Show. I never thought I'd write something like this, but I feel compelled to document what I experienced. This isn't a prank or an exaggeration. I believe I may have encountered something truly unexplained, possibly a Bigfoot. Last weekend, I was camping in the wooded area near Mount Hood National Forest with a small group of friends. We had settled in for the night when, around 2:30 a.m., I was awakened by a low, guttural growling. It sounded unlike anything I've ever heard before, deep, resonant, and close. I stepped outside my tent, flashlight in hand. That's when I saw it. Roughly 30 to 40 feet away, partially illuminated by the moonlight, stood a massive, upright figure, easily over 7 feet tall, broad-shouldered, and covered in dark hair. Its silhouette was unmistakably humanoid, but much bulkier and taller than any person. It seemed to be observing us quietly. The eyes reflected the light in an eerie, amber color. I froze. The figure stood still for several seconds, then turned and disappeared into the trees without a sound. The strangest part? The forest was completely silent after that. No insects, no owls, no wind, just stillness. The next morning, we found large, unusual footprints near the perimeter of our campsite, about 17 inches long with a wide stride. We took photos and measurements. I'm not saying definitively what it was, but I believe what I saw wasn't a bear or a person playing tricks. I've spent years in the outdoors, and this was unlike anything I've ever encountered. If you know anyone who investigates cryptid sightings or collects eyewitness reports, I'd be grateful to speak with them. I'm still shaken and looking for answers. Thank you for your time. Michael Ferguson.
Okay. Now, this Bigfoot story, I mean, it just still, I find Bigfoot stories interesting. they're not really all the same, but they kind of have the same qualities of like what it looked like, how it moved, and how quickly it left. I mean, this guy was genuine shaken up over this, and he's serious. He wants to find out more about this. I would I would say the same thing, Michael. Call your local investigators. Not, a Bigfoot. I'm sure there is, or whatever your area is. What is it? The BMFO or something like that? Is that what it is, Green Man?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really remember the initials for it, but there is, if you just get on the internet and just search local Bigfoot investigators, you'll come across eventually one or two of them that may be related or in a special group or anything like that that does this kind of investigation. He said about the tracks and everything. He said they were huge, and that the just seeing it, how it just kind of like was hidden but kind of looking. This is common in most
Yeah.
Bigfoot stories. Everything he said in that way is a common thing in how a Bigfoot acts and reacts to human encounters.
Yeah, they don't really want to mess with you. They're just kind of, this asshole's in my forest. All right,
Yeah,
I
unless
gotta
you're
the route to the stream.
right, unless you are out there causing chaos and causing some kind of dramatic thing to the environment, Bigfoot usually does not mess with you that often. But hey, I have heard stories where they have came on to people's property and did destruction, tear things up, break into sheds, get the dogs food and hurt animals. There is actually just recently a case in Kentucky where a Bigfoot, it's a small little town. This Bigfoot killed like 2 or 3 miniature horses. It killed a dog. It pulled the dog straight off the chain out through its collar and did some stuff. It was a really violent attack. And in fact, we might look into that next podcast about trying to get that information for that. We can talk about that. Maybe we can get somebody to come in, but it might take a week or two to get all the information and everything together. But Bigfoot stories interest me. I've actually been on a Bigfoot show. I've been on Sasquatch Chronicles and told my story about my Bigfoot encounter that I had when I lived in Mississippi as a young teenager.
Have you ever heard I think they were old gold prospectors in the gold rush, and their cabin was attacked. It's like, I mean, they were on the ridge line throwing fucking rocks, dogs and shit down all night on their fucking cabin.
Yeah, there is this place in Georgia. It's this museum. Oh geez, I can't even remember. I should remember this stuff, but I don't, or have it written down, that I've been to several times. It's a museum, a Bigfoot museum. It's just on the borderline of North Carolina and Georgia. And I love going there. It's Expedition Bigfoot. That's the name of it, Expedition Bigfoot. And they've got all kinds of exhibits and artifacts. They actually got a copy of Josh Gates' imprint of that Yeti that he found when he was in Nepal. They got a display like of that cabin, and it looks like the guys are shooting out of it, and it's like but it's an awesome display. I love that. I love going to Expedition Bigfoot in Georgia. It's if you're ever get a chance, if you're listeners, if you're in the Georgia, North Carolina, into Tennessee, around Chattanooga area, go down there, go to Georgia, go see Expedition Bigfoot. It is an amazing place. The staff is great. It's cheap to get in. They got all kinds of books, their gift shop is just amazing. So if you ever get a chance to do that, Green Man, if you ever come out to the East Coast, I definitely have to take you down there and let you see those places.
Yeah, see, we don't have cool stuff like that here in California, man. It's like,
well, in upper Northern California, you do. I know there's several places.
well, we have the mystery spot up in Santa Cruz. That's cool.
Yes,
I've been there. That's
I've heard of that place. Yeah, and up in Northern California, closer to the Oregon border, you definitely have some. If you can get up that way, I know California is huge, and traveling up Northern California from San Diego, I know that's going to take a couple of days to do that. So
no, you get to like Frisco in about 7-hour drive.
Oh, really? That's not too bad. I mean, still, by the time you get to the border of Oregon, that's a 12-hour drive, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably close to somewhere around there. Yeah, 10 to 12, probably.
The guys from Finding Bigfoot, one of the guys from Finding Bigfoot has a Bigfoot museum just outside of Portland. Or no, not Portland. Oh, geez. I need to know. I don't know I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I can't get my geological stuff together tonight. But yeah, I mean, still, I love going to those roadside attractions to like see the bearded lady with the snake arm.
Oh, it's the good old days. Every field had a freak show in it.
Yeah. Even traveling I-40 out west, man, you'll see it every so many miles. Come see the One-Eye Wonder Boy or the bearded.
I think it's
tiger
Gibson,
or something.
It's Gibson, Florida. I think it's a town that's like a lot of carnival folk populated. So it's like, I don't think the Lobster Man lived there for a while. Yeah, dude, it's like this town, man. You'll drive by, down the road, and somebody have like a Ferris wheel all dismantled in their front yard. And,
oh yeah,
all that stuff.
There's a place a little bit east. Well, it's east closer to. It's like the border of here in North Carolina and South Carolina. This place is called Off the Border or On the Border or something like that. And like this little small roadside attraction town is all based like on Mexican stuff. It's just really crazy. I have to show it to you, some pictures of it sometime. They even got like a reptile just like a feature thing, and they got a hotel, like a small cheesy hotel there. They got a gift store that has just pretty much everything you think of that's just wildly gifts.
The important thing is, how's the food? Because if you're gonna rep Mexican, the food's got to be good.
I have to say the food was pretty good last time I went. Now I haven't been in a couple of years. It was like 10 years ago when I last went, and it was popping. People was stopping left and right, staying, looking at the attractions. It was popping. I don't know what it's like since after COVID, but it is a popping place, and I went there just for that, just to see this, and then I drove home. I did. I kept on hearing about it. I had to see it. Had to go. I was like, this place sounds cheesy. This place sounds amazing. Let's go.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, that's all the letters I have, Green Man. We got several more in the thing, but I just haven't put them all together yet. So the next letters to Rick and Green Man, we'll definitely do the other half, and maybe some others that come in. But you know what time it is?
Oh, the album time.
It is record of the podcast. I know you gave me a little shit last week about what I picked.
Oh, what? I did what?
And you see the shirt. It says Skinny Puppy that I'm wearing. I'm sporting Skinny Puppy,
Skinny Puppy.
But tonight, oh geez, I can hear that motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, we got a few.
Yep. So tonight's record of the podcast is not Skinny Puppy. I tell you this, it's still leaning more to the punk rock alternative thing. and it's more punk rock than anything.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite records from the band. They've been around for a very long time, and they have put out several records, but this one is just my ultimate favorite one. Social Distortion.
Social D.
Yep, Social D. White light, white heat, white trash.
Yeah, they had some cool songs.
Yes, this album here. I mean, it's when I first heard the album, I didn't hear any songs off of it. I was watching, late night Beavis and Butthead on MTV at the time, and it was before Beavis and Butthead came on, or maybe it was after Beavis and Butthead. But anyway, remember 120 Minutes?
Oh yeah,
with Matt Pinfield.
Yep.
I saw I saw the video of it, of Social Deal for this album. It was like, wow, who are the, it's like, man, I've heard these guys, but this new album is just tore it up,
Is that the album with Bad Luck on it?
Yes. No. It's got When I Was Wrong on it. That's the video I saw. Yeah, When I Was Wrong. And that's the video I saw. And I was like, whoa. And, at the time, I believe that drummer that they had from, that played in Social Distortion was the drummer from Danzig at the time. I think he was just filling in or whatever. But yeah, this is the album. Social D, Social Distortion. Cool. Yeah, white light, white heat, white trash. Very good album. I don't know if this album is actually a colored album. I can't remember. I haven't played it in a couple of weeks. No, it's just a regular black album. So, but I've been getting albums in lately. I actually got some old Murphy's Law in a few days ago. And I finally got it in my collection. I got a Primus album. This album I've been trying to get. There's two different covers for it. Tales from the Punch Bowl.
Okay,
it's the one that has the boat and the sailor on it on the front.
Yeah.
Now the other cover with the 3 pegs sticking out of the water, that's hard to get. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
And for that album, it's a 2-album record, that comes in vinyl and is thick as 180 grams. And this is 2. So this Social D album is 180 also. So the sound on it is amazing. It's great quality.
I was just about to say, I remember seeing Primus come out with a couple colored LPs.
Yeah. I also got their very first album, Suck on This, too. I got that the other day too. Their very first album is a live album. Can you believe that?
Well, okay now.
Well, it's the first. It's just their first record label album.
Yeah, there was the only one, because I big Primus fan. As soon as I heard him on MTV, I'm like, I got into him. There before Primus Sucks. Or no, before Suck on This, there was an EP release called Primus Sucks.
Yes.
I have never found one.
It'd be hard to. I saw a documentary about this, and there's like,
I don't think I've seen them, and they don't even talk about it.
Yeah, they don't even talk about it. And like their demo, they submitted it with a demo tape, with an actual or a cassette tape that had some of those good songs on it. But yeah, that it's like I've seen what the cover looks like, never seen it. It'll be something very hard to find, and you probably have to get it from one of their bandmates or somebody that's just
somebody they knew back in the day or some damn shit. Because, probably
you may have got it. May have gotten it at a show or something of theirs.
Yeah, because I have been looking to the whole time I've been a Primus fan. Every time I go to some little record store up in LA or some shit like that,
always, San Francisco would probably be the place to find
it. Probably more.
That's where they're from.
But yeah, either anybody that knows what they've got, they probably try and sell it on eBay for a fucking arm and a leg.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
It's probably a cassette tape that's been played 5,000 times and warped and all that shit. But
yeah, but the suck on this album that I got was actually red. It was bright red. Yeah, it was a really cool. It's a really cool album. But yeah, that Social Distortion tonight was my pick for album of the week. And they're a band that definitely has changed my life throughout the years. I really like Social Distortion. I think they're kind of underrated in the mainstream, which they don't really care. You remember that movie that they had where he went on tour? What was geez. Just a second. I'm googling this one. I got this.
Social D did a movie.
Yeah, they did
or
like
they were
this.
just in a
it's
movie.
like a documentary.
Okay.
Social Distortion documentary. Oh, Another State of Mind. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, you ever heard of that? Another State of Mind?
Not. I mean, I heard him on the radio. I don't have anything. I like Social D. What I'd heard, but I never really got too big into punk.
Mm-hmm.
I could get more into
Metalhead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I definitely is going to get to other albums like that, into metal and into punk and alternative kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just like I had to tell you about the Murphy's Law. I don't know if they're kind of like a thrash. They're kind of like DRI, kind of Anthrax, kind of.
Yeah. I've heard of Murphy's Law. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, so I'll probably show them some other time, but yeah, I picked Social Distortion tonight, and yeah.
Actually, my first band we first started jamming. We did a cover of Bad Luck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, it's getting to that mark, man. So let's call it a night, man. And I'm glad we got to broadcast tonight. No storms, no nothing. It was storming last night. We were gonna broadcast last night. Couldn't do it. Lights are flickering. Storms. And I'm sure as soon as we got started, the internet would have went out. And the other night we just technical difficulties and finally got the show going. Finally got the show out. So thank you, Green Man. I really do appreciate everything.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you for
really appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
No problem. So let's say goodnight, and everybody just keep looking up and keep your head on the swivel. See you later, guys.